All right, this is Mrs. Pruitt, and we are working on Math Workbook pages 342 and 344. I would suggest trying these problems on your own and then pausing the video and then coming back and seeing if you did them correctly. It's really not helping you if all you're doing is copying what I write. Okay, we're going to review a little bit with simplest form. That's what we're doing today, is reviewing simplest form. I'm on page 342, and we're going to start with problem number 15. It says, what fraction of the states in the southwest region share a border with Mexico? And is this fraction in the simplest form? Okay, so let's look at the southwest here. We got Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. Well, only 1, 2, 3 out of 4 touch the border of Mexico. Is that in the simplest form? Okay, well, can I divide 3 by something and get smaller? I could divide by 3 and get 1, but can I take 4 and divide by 3? I cannot. So 3/4 is actually in, so we're going to write yes, it's in the simplest form. Okay, 1/3 of the states in this region are on the Gulf of Mexico. So they're saying, what's the question? 1/3 of the states in this region are on the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm going to look at the Gulf of Mexico. I don't think 1 out of 3 is going to be the southwest states, but if I look at the southeast states, I can see that 1/3 of the states in this region are on the Gulf of Mexico. So my question might be, what fraction of the southeast states are on the Gulf of Mexico in the simplest form? Because I can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 12 touch the Gulf of Mexico. But that's not in the simplest form. Now, if you're forgetting how to do simplest form, you could do a factor rainbow of 4. We could do a factor rainbow of 12. Kind of ran out of room there. And then look for the largest common factor. That's the greatest common factor. Well, they both have 1 as a common factor, but that's small. Let's try 2. Yep, they both have 2. How about 4? Yes. We could divide both 4 and 12. I'm going to do that right here, by 4. And that will get us the simplest form. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 1/3 is the simplest form. Because those are also prime numbers, we can't go any lower. Okay, we're going to skip 17. We're going to 18. In Michelle's homeroom, 9/15 of the students ride the bus to school. 4/12 get a car ride, and 2/30 walk to school. For numbers 18a through c, select true or false for each statement. So 18a says, in simplest form, 3/5 of the students ride the bus to school. Okay, so I'm looking up here for the bus, and it told me that 9/15 of them ride the bus, and they're saying in simplest form that's 3/5. So let's see, Can I take 9, or let's do 15 first. Can I take 15 and get something, divide by something and get 5? Yes. I could divide by 3, and if I take 9 divided by 3, that's kind of backwards, I should put it on the other side there, I would get 9 divided by 3 is 3, 15 divided by 3 is 5. Let me put those on the other side there. And we get 3/5. Can I divide 5 and 3 by anything else and get lower? No, because 3 and 5 are both prime numbers. So 3/5 is the simplest form of 9/15. So this is true. Okay, in simplest form, 1/4 of the students get a car ride to school. So I look up here for the car ride, and I see I've got 4/12. Okay, and so they're saying that 1/4, wait, maybe I did that wrong. Nope. 4/12 get a car ride. So does 4/12 equal 1/4? Well, let's do some division here. I could do 4 divided by 4, and I get 1. But if I do 12 divided by 4, do I get 4? No, I would get 3. So actually, the simplest form of 4/12 is 1/3, not 1/4. So that is false. In simplest form, 1/15 of the students walk to school. Okay, I've got 1/15. Let's look here. We've got 2/30ths. I actually have this backwards. So we've got 2/30ths. Let's try dividing by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Did I get 1/15? Yes. So this is true. Okay. Now let's go to page 343. I'm going to suggest you try this page on your own and then come back and check your answers with me. Okay, so pause your video. Go ahead and try 1 through 8. Unpause it, see if you did it right. It says to write the fraction in simplest form. That's how low can you go? All right, so for number 2, I have to think to myself, what could I divide both 6 and 8 by? Now, if you don't know, you need to make a factor rainbow of 6 and a factor rainbow of 8. I know I can do 1 and 6, and I've got 2 and 3. For 8, I've got 1 and 8. I've got 2 and 4. And I can't do 3, so we're good. So then I need to find what's the greatest common factor I can divide by. Well, they both have 1, but that's the lowest. They both have 2. So let's try dividing by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I have a prime number here on top, so I know this is my simplest form. Okay, 5 over 5. What could I divide both 5 and 5 by and get to the lowest possible that I could do? Well, if I do a factor rainbow of 5, I've got 1 and 5. What's the greatest common factor? That's going to be 5. So let's do 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. You could write 1 out of 1, or you could write 1 whole. Because if you have 1 out of 1, you have the whole candy bar. Okay, 8/12. I know I can divide by 2. but I'm not sure 2 is going to get me as low as I can go. Can you think of something? We already did the factor rainbow for 8. Let's do a factor rainbow for 12. Okay, we've got 2 and 6, we've got 3 and 4. So let's look. They both have 2 as a factor. But look, there's another one here that's higher that we can divide by. 4 and 4. So let's do 8 divided by 4. That will equal 2. 12 divided by 4 will equal 3. I have a prime number here, so I know I'm as low as I can go. Okay, this one here is just like number 3. You got 100 out of 100, as low as you can go. That's going to be 1 out of 1. All right, 2, 6. Let's try divide by 2. Divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. I've got prime numbers. That's as low as you can go. Okay, 2 8s. I know I can divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. That's as low as we can go. 4 tenths. I can divide 10 by 5, but can I divide 4 by 5? No. So let's try 2. I always try 2 first, but sometimes that doesn't get you as low as you can go. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 is a prime number, so I'm as low as I can go. Now, tell whether the fractions are equivalent. Write equal or not equal in the circle. Well, think of a sheet cake that you're going to draw, and one of you gets 6 out of 12 pieces of the cake. The other one gets 1 out of 12. Are those equal? No. Another way that you could have done that is to cross multiply. 12 times 6, 12 times 1, those are not equal. All right, let's try here. We got 3/4 and 5/6. Here I would suggest cross multiplying. Or we could make equivalent fractions. Let's multiply by 6 here. 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 6 is 24. Over here, we're going to multiply by this denominator, times 4, times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, now I can see I've got 18 24ths and 20 24ths. Is 18 out of 24 and 20 out of 24 equal? No, those are not equivalent. Okay, let's try some, we can cross multiply here. 5 times 6 is 30. 10 times 3 is 30. Those are equal. I could have also multiplied by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. That means they are equal. Okay, 3/12. 12 times 1 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. These are not equal. Okay, let's go to our story problems here. At Memorial Hospital, 9 of the 12 babies born on Tuesday were boys. In simplest form, what fraction of the babies born on Tuesday were boys? All right, so we got to think to ourselves, what can we divide 9 and 12? Well, I could take 12 divided by 2, but can I do 9 divided by 2 and get a whole number? I cannot. Let's try 3. Can I do 12 divided by 3? And 9 divided by 3? Yes. 9 divided by 3 would be 3. 12 divided by 3 would be 4. 3 is a prime number, so I am as low as I can go. but I also need the label. So I need 3/4 babies. We're boys, boy babies. Okay. Number 14, Christina uses a ruler to measure the length of her math book. She says the book is 4/10 meter long. Is her measurement in the simplest form? Okay, I've got 4/10. Can I make that lower? Let's try dividing by 2. Can I take 4 divided by 2? Yes. 10 divided by 2? Yes. So is it in the simplest form? No. And if not, what is the length of the book in simplest form? Let's try dividing by 2. Dividing by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And they're measuring in meters. So 2/5 meter. And we know that's the simplest form because 5 is a prime number. Number 15, using words or drawings, explain how to write 6/9 in the simplest form. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to divide the numerator and denominator by, okay, what could we divide both 6 and 9 by? Well, I can divide 6 by 2, but I can't divide 9 by 2. Let's try 3. 6 divided by 3, yep, I can do that. 9 divided by 3, yes, I can do that. All right. So let's do the math over here. 6/9 divide by 3, divide by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. I know that 3 is a prime number. So 2/3 would be simplest form of 6/9. Okay. All right, let's try the other side. 6 out of 12 members of the school choir are boys. What's up with the boys? How about some girls? All right, in simplest form, what fraction of the choir is boys? All right, so we need to think what is the highest number, the highest factor that both 6 and 12 have to get the simplest form. Now, I'm actually going to make a mistake on purpose, just to show you this. I could do 6 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2, and I would get 3/6. Now, the problem with this is 3/6 is not as low as it can go, because I can still divide 3 and 6 by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So actually, instead of dividing by 2, I should have done, I'm just showing you this, divided by 6 and divided by 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. We are now down to prime numbers. So in simplest form, we have 1/2. 1/2 of the choir. Number 2, write 10/12ths in simplest form. Okay, what can I divide both 10 and 12 by and get to a prime number? I can do 10 divided by 5, but can I do 12 divided by 5? No, let's go lower. How about 4? No. 3? I can do 12 divided by 3, but I can't do 10 divided by 3. How about 2? 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. I've got a prime number here. That means I am as low as I can go. Simplest form. Number 3. Each of the 23 students in Miss Evans' class raised $45 for the school by selling coupon books. How much money did they raise? This is a multiplication problem which involves money. We got 45 times the 23 students. Ooh, it's been a while since we've done some double-digit multiplication. If you need to draw the turtle head, go ahead and do that. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Okay, I'm going to check off that carried number. Draw a collar. Drop the 0. Now I go to the tens place. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Then we have to add them up. Hopefully you remembered to drop your 0 here. 5, 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. The only thing I'm missing is the dollar sign. So they raised $1,035. Number 4. Now on this one, you could actually have different answers than me. It says list 2 common factors of 36 and 48. So if you did a factor rainbow for 36 and 48, what are 2 common factors? Well, you could say 1. They're both going to have a factor of 1. Or let's think, they're both even numbers, so I know 2 is going to be a common factor. What about 4? Can I take 4 times 9 and get 36? 4 times 12 and get 48? Yep, so 4 is also a factor. But you could have also listed 1 as one of them. Number 5. Bart uses 3/12 cup of milk to make muffins. Write a fraction that is equivalent to 3/12. Now, for equivalent fractions, I taught you to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number, or we could also divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Both of those would give us an equivalent fraction. So I'm actually going to do it both ways. If I multiplied by 2, 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 12 is 24. So I could put 6 out of 24. Or I can do 3/12 and I can divide by 3. Divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 1/4 is also a correct answer. Now you might notice if I did 1 times 6, I could get 6. 4 times 6 would be 24. These two are also equivalent. All right. On number 6, Ashley bought 4 packages of juice boxes. There are 6 juice boxes in each package. So 4 times 6 is 24. Then she gave 2 juice boxes to each of 3 friends. So 2 times 3 is 6. She's giving away those. So I'm going to subtract those 6 that she's giving away. 4 minus 6, I can't do that. I borrow and get 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. 1 minus nothing is 1. And it's asking us how many juice boxes. So that is 18 juice boxes. All right, now for today, then you're going to need to go to Clever, Think Central, Things to Do, and you are doing the 6.3 assignment.